All right, real quick. I just want to put this out there. Um, all right, Trump won. Uh, for everybody that wants to complain and act like there's something to complain about, we're going to have to look at it a certain way. If you're going to get through this, you're going to have to look at it a certain way. First of all, he has people that he is going to place in his cabinets. I'm almost glad he lost 4 years ago because the fruition of what should have happened compared to what did revealed the flesh that we are all looking at. Now, if any of you are going to deny what Fauci and all this did and what it did to our economy, so right there's 1 and 2. Big Pharma in there. Actually, behind Big Pharma, Gain Research, Big Pharma, economy, censorship. Let's even go into abortion and military. I'm going to try to hit these points as quickly as possible. If you know nothing about the Democrats that have jumped over and got into Donald Trump's cabinets or on his side and endorsed him, you have no clue of what truly bipartisan, wait a second, I don't completely agree with you, but I can agree with you, is all about. And if you can't do that, stop voting. Stop. Because that's what's going on in a big portion of this country, a huge percentage. Because I'm telling you right now, I would have voted for a woman. I would have voted for a Democrat woman, and I would have voted for a Democrat man if it would have been Tulsi Gabbard and if it would have been RFK Jr. Said this months ago, and they jumped over. And I was like, see, these are the human beings I can agree with. I can agree with them. If you know nothing about Tulsi Gabbard, do your research. She's a woman. She's a Democrat. Not a progressive liberal. She was just a Democrat, which is fine. I voted Democrat before. And I don't even want to get into this because I'm trying to RFK Jr. Holy cow. What he did in the New York area to clean up the waterways and amongst many other things is phenomenal. So what we're going to do here, hopefully, I overheard him say they have 3 different plans. And I think the longest plan out is 190 days. Bam, 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 bam. He's not going to insanely overregulate. He's going to get rid. He has a PhD in corporate corruption, for a lack of better terms. PhD in health, corporate corruption. He's going to make sure those people go away. Then when it comes to vaccines, when it comes to like 100 and something chemicals that are on our average foods that are not allowed in other countries, he's going to advise very strongly. And then we're going to start getting the right things happening. It's not going to be a clampdown. It's not going to be an over-censorship. We are going to get rid of the corruption. That's first off on any agenda, right? Everybody wants that. Then you start advising. All right, look. Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Wouldn't it be better if we did it this way? You get into agriculture. Let's get rid of these huge monocrop things and start doing regenerative. You get into regenerative farming, the little farmers come back into play. You get into monocrop, you're destroying more animals, you're doing all kinds of things. Matter of fact, you're destroying the soil, and we probably have less, I bet you I'm being way generous, less than 40 crops, and we are going to become the Sahara Desert. It's going to happen. If you look at how we got Monsanto and DuPont. DuPont is, they got big because of the chemical agents in like Vietnam War, if maybe not before then. Monsanto got big, and if I'm not mistaken, and I could be on this, but they were one of the first companies that started making synthetic caffeine for Coca-Cola when they couldn't use actual cocaine. These companies got huge. And then within the petroleum business itself, we have the Rockefeller that did what they did with pharma and petroleum and how it all comes together. Then you get into the Purdue's and a lot of, and the Fauci's, or the Fauci, all that needs to go away. We are 70% obese in this country. And get yourself on a dating app. and everybody's, I've never bought into it. I'm not saying I'm the healthiest person in the world, but there's some bad things that we are putting into our systems, that we're putting into our kids, and if it goes further, we all just become couch potatoes that are ineligible for war, ineligible for anything that's athletic. Our death rate goes higher. Our mortality rate goes from here. I mean, our life expectancy is kind of what I'm getting at there. It's all going to go bad. And then we got Tulsi Gabbard and Elon Musk. Elon Musk, regardless of what you want to think, he's one of the reasons why we have any form of free speech, as the conglomerates came in. The greatest thing about free speech is if somebody does give it disinformation, let everybody observe it. Let everybody use their discernment and then go, well, wait, hold on, stop. But if it's all spoon-fed, guess what? You get fat, you get lazy, and you got nothing but what they give you. Get out and toil the ground for yourself. Eat what you raise. Go out and hunt something. Kill it yourself. Don't let some other guy feed it. Let it be out there. That's a metaphor. Elon Musk hopefully will get in portions of cabinets for efficiency, because we are going broke. Our interest rates are actually higher now than our defense rates in war. The implications on this are huge. If we bring that back down, this country has a way to survive for our children. I mean, if you want to talk about for our children, stop talking about guns. start talking about our finances and what we put in our mouths. Worry about that way before. Then we got Tulsi Gabbard. That is a strong, feminine, patriotic. I mean, you want to put a woman in the White House? I don't care what side she's on. I would vote for Tulsi. So, all these different things, and I probably didn't mention a black or Hispanic person. I mean, that's like probably the only quadrant I didn't hit here. When it came to Ben Carson, I'd have voted for that man all day long. And Ron Paul endorsed him, and he endorsed Ron Paul. And I wished our country would have went that direction, because we'd be on a much better path. These are all, I don't want to say like-minded people, but somewhat like-minded people that would have led us to somewhere beautiful. So is angry or resentful? And by the way, my last bullet point here. Stop saying Donald Trump wants to end women's rights with abortion. What he did is what our original Constitution should be. And he made an abortion, as with gun laws, up to the states. And each individual state is allowed to decide within their agreement within the national government, I will be a state in your country if you let me be what I want to be. Look at each state as a woman. Start looking at it that way. But quit acting like Big Papa, the Wizard of Oz. Quit acting like there's nothing behind the curtain there. Because there is. Nothing's ever going to happen for you except for the state that you live in, because that's your territory. You don't have to click your heels to go home. You're there. I know I speak in a lot of metaphors, but I made a lot of sense on this. And I told you I'd try to be quick. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. No, I didn't. I did it in 12 minutes. Understand what just happened. There's not going to be a dictatorship. Actually, if anything, if you help, there will be an incredible amount of freedom, an incredible amount of health, and an incredible amount of cohesiveness. And we can bring these things back together. I don't want to control you. I don't want to make you have a kid. But I'll help raise it. Don't tell me I ain't that type of person, because I am, and I've proven it. Don't tell me that we have to go to war. But if it's right, I'll be there to defend you. And if each one of us has that sliver of mentality, we can get rid of the planks that's in our eyes. Y'all have a good day.